Show me the darkest areas of your... No. of this venue.
There's nothing dark there.
Warmoesstraat, Amsterdam. If there's one street that defined gay leather and rubber culture in the city, it's this one. Today I'm checking what's left of it, starting with two of the names that built that reputation: Dirty D and Eagle Amsterdam. This episode is community content sponsored by Sniffies. Before I walk in anywhere on this street, I check the map first. Dirty D and Eagle is pinned right here. Let's see if it matches the reputation.
Yes, it's closed, but not for me. You know that. I always go when they are closed, but I will show you how it is when they open and how it works. Let's get inside. Ooh, nice. Hey, hello.
Hi, Rob.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready, but you are not ready because you need a microphone.
Well, give me one.
Can you? I give you a microphone.
I can also talk here.
Oh, that would be very... It's getting already hot here. So, one moment. This guy is Jan.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
Of course.
Today. And it's my second time in Eagle.
Very inexperienced.
Yeah, I wanted to try it last time also, like having the experience, but I didn't have enough time to try it. Maybe I can try it this time, today.
I mean, if you're coming to Eagle, you cannot go for half an hour. When you come, you stay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you need to plan it properly.
Okay, but first of all, when I come here, or when we come here, how does it work? I see you have a coach.
Yeah, so the question is, what do you want to do here? Because people come here and they say, oh, how does this work? I'm like, well, we are a fetish bar. There are different ways how you can use the bar and different things you can do in the bar. And based on that, you need, or you don't need clothes. So you need to tell me, what do you plan to do?
Maybe leaving most of the clothes here. That's possible. So I can be.
Good choice. Then you're gonna get this, and you put all of your clothes on this. You can hang it here. You can change here. Also for the, can I say parties? No, special parties.
Yeah. Is it not always a party here?
Technically.
Technically, this is a sex store.
So on a regular evening when you have DJs here, dress code is not mandatory. It can be full fetish, it can be full clothes, it can be fully naked. That depends up to you or your mood of what you want to do. However, there are special parties where dress code is enforced, and in that case you really need to change your outfit. And then everyone will get this, and then there is extra space on the other side of the bar where people can change.
Okay, and dress codes, you have parties like leather, rubber?
There is a dress code for leather, for rubber, there is a dress code for naked, then it can be only one piece of clothing.
Which party is the naked party, or is there not a specific one?
How long are you staying here?
I leave on Tuesday.
I have to check the agenda, but there is naked Adam party, and there is a horseman party, horsemen and knights. These are fully naked.
Oh, okay.
Subscribe for more and follow me on Instagram. For extra content you won't see on YouTube, check out my private sites.
People come here, I give my clothes to you, and what's the entrance fee?
One drink. What we do is we make it very simple. That also is helpful for people who never been to the bar. They want to just see the vibe and they're not sure. Then you always can just come in for a drink, you add a drink, and then you decide, is it for you, you want to stay, you want to take off more of your clothes or not. Very easy.
Okay.
So after you finish leaving your clothes, which you didn't do this time, then I guess Cola Zero is your favorite drink. There you go.
Thank you so much. And
so good thing about Eagle and many other places is you get your drink, you can just walk around freely around the bar and explore. It doesn't have to be at the bar the whole time.
And I'm really excited to see it now. This is the light mood also as it is during the working hours?
It will be more, the disco ball would be on.
Oh yeah, I remember. It is more like stroboscope stuff and disco. Oh yes, of course. And moving. Yes, and the famous DJ booth, I think, right? This is really famous, right?
So the famous DJ booth, yes, because the DJ is the whole time above the audience, and then it's easier to feel the people who are inside and feel the vibe and choose the music. Then you have a little Dance podium if you want to show off, like if you're not, people then also take their t-shirt off. You know, it's more fun here.
Okay. Ooh, and it's also very easy to feel the vibe when you are inside here because there's a big mirror here. The gays love the mirrors, right?
Everything is about the feeling here. Everything is about feeling.
And by saying gay, this is a men-only place?
This is a men-only place, yeah. But that also includes trans men.
Okay,
yeah,
that's cool. And Jan, what would you recommend? Which days are the most crowded?
Because Amsterdam is a very touristic place and we are in the middle of the red light district. It means that every night is busy here. So whenever you come here, there will be people from different locations of the world coming to see Eagle. What I also noticed is that people like to, you know, put on the bucket list to visit all the eagles in the world. And then Amsterdam Eagle is also one of them.
Okay. That means there are lots of tourists also here.
Yeah, usually 50-50, I would say.
What about the ages? Like
everyone. Literally everyone. Well, everyone above 21.
Like twinks like me and...
Twinks like you for sure.
You know, I was in Gran Canaria a few weeks ago and I felt like a twink there.
Oh,
yes.
No one called you daddy?
They were, whatever.
So,
but now we are here in a nice area.
This we call, also depends how you use it. It can be a lounge area where people come and relax a bit because sitting place is next to the bar. But if you get tired of dancing the whole night, then you can just come here and sit. And there's also comfortable sponges. If like sitting is not helping you relaxing, then you can also, you know, lie down a bit.
It looks very, very
soft.
relaxing, to be honest.
So this is soft, but this is hard.
You have a toilet here also?
Yes, we have a toilet.
Oh, it's even beautiful. I like it.
It's a very nice toilet.
Is there also like something to clean?
Of course. You know how people from the States, they get really surprised that we have a douche facility. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah. Of course. What else? That's the only thing. That's the most important thing you need. So basically, it's here.
Okay. Perfect, like the bidet. Cool. That's really cool. I mean, oh no, don't do that, please. But the Asian guys would say, they would smile and say, you have these cleaning facilities in the gay places, but we have them
everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. There's also disinfection, so you provide disinfection. And when we are talking about safety, because I see like a poster about reducing risks, you also provide CNL.
I don't know what CNL is.
What is CNL? Yes.
What is CNL?
Condoms and lube.
Oh.
That's in Asia they use it a lot.
You know, I was thinking CNL is another disease I haven't heard of. I'm like, what? I'm always up to date with this monkeypox, hepatitis. What do you mean CNL? Yeah, we have them. Yeah, you always ask them behind the bar because we don't want people to just grab them and throw them on the floor. We have a little sockets. However, if you need more lube for different activities, you can also buy lube. We have a little vitrine next to the entrance where you can buy some toys and some lubes. Yeah, this here, I will need your help for this.
Ah, I see. Yeah. So if you have someone you really trust,
someone who you met in the evening and you trust them already.
Yeah. After Coca-Cola.
After one cola. Yeah. It can be used both ways. Don't be fooled. So it can be used this way.
This would be the
What would be yours? This side or the other side?
I would turn around.
Ah, okay.
I would fix like this.
Yeah. But then you don't see the other person. Well, you see the other side.
What is? Oof! Yeah, that's also nice.
This side maybe we shouldn't be talking about, or maybe we should.
This is okay, but I mean, also often these kind of facilities were used for these things with the hands, right? Yeah, nice.
You can also change the length of it.
Okay.
So if you want it, it can be lower and higher.
You are quite tall, so yeah.
And for the special song requests, you go there. Hi, Mr. DJ, I want a song here.
Ah, I see. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's go on.
I don't know what's interesting here anymore. You may think it was the swing. That's not my favorite spot. It's here. You can see the whole bar. You can see everyone who is coming in. You get the vibe of the DJ. You see the whole dance floor, and you can still see what is happening downstairs. You know, you have the complete overview.
Yes. Ooh, that's a good idea. But now I want you to show me what's going on downstairs.
Yeah, downstairs is the darkroom. We use that word, right? I never know it.
We love that word.
After working for so long here, my threshold for the censored word doesn't exist. I just say everything. And downstairs is the darkroom, which, in my humble opinion, is the best in Amsterdam.
Okay.
It is very big. It is in basement, which gives the extra layer of it. And you never know how it looks like because it can be changing. You have one more spot to rest when you're tired from dancing the whole night.
And it's also very important to say that this is a special version, which is also for older people, or if you have back problems, this is really helpful. If you have a no, really, I was in a BDSM studio.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
And dominatrix told me that if you lay in that kind of sling for hours, this is better for your back.
It's like really hard to get on it because, I don't know. I prefer the other one. This is not comfy.
I pick you up in 2 hours.
So this part here is then hidden, so you don't get distracted from the light from the above.
Ooh,
welcome.
Nice. So
we call it a maze.
There's someone following me. Yeah, the gays love the maze here. We have a special light here, of course.
Yeah.
So it's to help us.
This area here is changeable. So now it depends what type of the event is and how many people are there. This is usually on a regular evening more of a cruising area. So now it's made more of people can walk around and then gather here in corners. And then if we have an event with more people, then we would remove this area so there's more space for everyone in. This is not the darkest place of the darkroom, but usually the busiest. When I want to pick up the bottles in the middle of the shift, usually I can just not go through.
Okay.
And then just give it up. I'm like, I'll do it at the end.
Okay.
So it's a big place, and that helps with our very big and busy parties like Bear Bash and stuff. But yeah, depends really on the evening. Weekends are always the best. Special events are always the best. Pride is always the best. That's how it is.
So oh yes, I see how it works. It's not only this big hole, there are these small holes.
Yeah, this is for your hand. No.
In Bangkok they have the smiley faces, they call it. It's
the
a little
smiley.
bit smiley faces because they look like faces. This also looks like a face, actually. You put your legs through there, right?
Yeah.
So this is like for the Czech movies.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's very clean, look. Very clean.
You trust? Okay, yes. Nice. People can take their drinks downstairs here
Yes,
also,
yes. They can take it everywhere. That's why we have like a little table so you can put your stuff here.
And you can also hear the music, of course, from...
Yes.
Yeah.
Lower, because there are no speakers here, so also it's not very distracting.
It's more quiet zone, right?
Yeah. Last zone.
Very quiet.
But a mindful zone.
Right.
So
Okay.
you come here to solve your traumas. Yeah.
Ooh, there's more.
This is the darkest place of all. Also built as a maze.
Ooh, yes.
Do you see anything in the camera?
I can see.
Okay.
Yes. But this is really dark. I
Yeah,
guess
that's what I'm saying.
I'll take the additional
The thingy.
light. Yeah. Back in the darkness. But yeah. Wow. Yeah. This is really red light district in Amsterdam here, right?
Yes. And look, you have little street names of our little maze.
No, so this is when you have these dating apps and then you put inside, let's meet in Jack Hunter Street.
Yeah. In case you cannot find someone here.
Okay.
This really is the darkest zone of the whole, you see. And it's also kind of a maze. It's also made to be cruising around.
Okay.
And then you have cabins. Ooh. A little more intimate environment, you see.
Yeah, so guys, that's the episode for today. We will change the platform now and see you on. So.
Bye.
But we also have like this holes in the wall.
Yeah. To communicate with people on the other side. Also here, yeah.
And some of the clubs, they do it for the confessions.
Also for that, it can also be, yeah.
So, yeah, very nice.
I think I like confessions joke more.
And they are all for free, right? You don't have to rent them. They are included in the venue.
Yeah, and here then you have a special cabin because this one has an extra light. You see?
Ooh. If you really want to see something, you can see something.
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually, now we see, this is Jan.
Which I agree, maybe you want to see the person you're with.
Yeah,
maybe,
sometimes.
Maybe. Mostly, maybe. Yeah, this is the bars.
Ooh, also nice.
If you have been naughty, you're coming here.
So what would you say, which time is the best to go?
It depends what you like. So some people...
Crowded.
Fully crowded. Yeah, fully crowded. Eagle on the weekends work until 5 in the morning. We are the latest out of all the bars.
Wow.
For example, on Sunday, even the sauna will close, Eagle will still be open. So you will have people coming the whole night here. At the beginning of the evening, around 10 when we open, people coming here more for drinks, to hang out with friends. You know, DJs are starting playing at midnight, and then everything happens after that.
There's always a DJ?
On the weekends, there's always a DJ.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot you one more thing. Remember the one from upstairs?
Yes.
We have one more here.
Okay. Yeah. See you later. Cool. Nice. This is also like very comfortable, very soft for the knees, and still
Very
the bars
handy.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can try a lot here. And also the view. You watched from up down, and now I watch up, and it also looks really cool here.
Yes. You get better overview on the shoes and boots people are wearing, if that's your thing.
Oh yes. I mean, I'm sure there are guys who love it. So this is Eagle Amsterdam.
It is. In case you forget, during the night, where are you?
Thank you for showing me
You're welcome.
Eagle Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And now we'll go to your colleagues to see
DD.
the DD.
It's time to see DD.
He's playing with it. So, and this is the next place here. Let's see who's waiting for us. So, also very dark here. Wow, and the same light and
Hi, Rob.
the same guy. You are here, but did you change your shirt? Ah, okay. I mean, some things look similar to the other place.
Yes. So what we did, we made it simple. These are the same rules, because in the evening when you go between the bars, you can forget where are you. So the same rules, entrance is 1 drink. You can still leave your bag and your jacket here with us, and that's it. You come in.
Oh, a very practical question. When I go here first, and then I give you my stuff,
Yeah.
can I leave my stuff and go to the other bar?
Yes, you can.
Also naked outside?
Didn't you get this?
Really?
Yeah.
That's a really cool idea. That's yeah, okay, perfect. Good idea.
But the good advice is you will stay here the whole night because it's gonna be fun. Leave your bag and leave your jacket at Eagle, because Eagle works 1 hour longer, and at some point you're gonna end up there.
Okay.
You say you want, you will. You will be closing the bar with me.
Okay. That's interesting. How old is this place?
You know, the things these walls have seen over the years, this place where DD is now was originally where Eagle started in 1979. So over 45 years, 48. And then when Eagle moved to the Eagle location where we were, this became DD. And this is a traditional old Amsterdam building, so that's why everything looks rustic and cool.
And like in a harbor city, like a bar for the seaman, or
Yeah.
now I have head cinema. Okay.
Where
Show
to
me
start?
the darkest areas of your of this venue.
There's nothing dark there. DD has 2 dark rooms, so we're gonna go to the first one. This one is more spacious with everything.
Ooh, yes.
Let's start with these.
What is this? Why are the glory holes so up?
Because if you spend a lot of time here and they are lower, you will need to be on your knees, which is not very handy for a longer period. So if you're here,
It's good for the back.
you see?
Perfect. But then you kiss someone there, or? Yeah.
And then on the other side, the system is lifted a bit up, so you have more space.
So it is an official succatorium, right?
You see? Perfect.
We can close this cabins.
This is usually closed, so
Okay, but you can still
you
go
don't
inside?
you don't get distracted.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And even if this is like open, kind of, always also in darkroom, very important, consent, right?
Yes, and privacy.
Ooh,
Privacy.
what is playing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Then you have your own space. Quite some space.
and this
Can fit more than 2 people. That's also nice.
That's true, and you can. Oh yeah, you can really close it.
Close it and lock it. The reason why it's like this is because of the safety. We as a staff, we need to
That
open
you
it.
could open
But people don't know that they can also open it from the outside. But
Yeah, I mean,
for
but-
safety reasons, it had to be open. But as you said, consent, although it sounds that people are not respectful, they actually very are. If someone's doors are locked, no one will be opening the door, you know.
Okay. And the bars, you can view.
You can view, but you cannot touch.
I mean, if you have very thin arms, maybe even a little bit.
No
but-
one ever touched me through that. Trust me. No one will touch you.
Okay.
People are respectful.
But what if I want?
Well,
Then,
I'll think about it.
okay, yeah.
And
Then
give
I
me-
can open it, right? Like, yeah.
Now
of
you
course.
know.
Yeah.
And then we go to the toilet.
You know what I really like?
The mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can like go in front of the pissoir, and then you can have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
But very artsy. You know?
And again, a bidet to clean. Very clean place.
Love the pressure. Could marry this pressure.
Oof.
And then we have a big bench.
Yeah, that looks very comfortable. And I heard that you have sometimes events where you can put like a bar here.
You know, 2 people are enough for the event. Let's make it an event. Call it.
Now I'm interested. Now I'm excited too. Ooh. Oh, you have a big too.
Everything is big here.
So this means you can. Oh, but it's quite high. I need to say.
It's only for your ankles.
Ah, okay. So like this.
Are you acting like an amateur?
But
How do you use this?
But there's also this for another use.
This is again for the privacy. This can be closed.
Ooh. Maybe it's also for older people to get up here again. Okay, that looks like fun. 1 bar is always included.
So this is fixed.
Yeah, this is good. So if you are in the mood also with the smaller...
And this is closed.
We have it again, the check. Yes. This is quite fun.
Cool, right?
Wow, and the glory hole again.
Hi.
Hello. That's very cool. And it's so dark. Can you like put the light like down? Yeah, you see. This is... Yeah, it's really dark. But that's cool. And this is the next Czech movie. We have a lot of them.
Hi.
And people use it?
Yes, they do. And this is also a private cabin.
Oh, you can close it.
You know, this is like a president's suite. Look how big it is.
This is really big, yeah.
Huh. Whenever Prime Minister visits, and and this is how do you call it? Is it Andreas Cross, right?
Andreas Cross, yeah. Or in German we say Andreas Cross.
Andreas Cross.
Yeah.
All the pieces, you see, this. I feel sorry when people are just holding the beer here. Like, come on, use it properly.
Yeah, that's true.
And the next cabin, very cool.
So you can sit here and talk with your friends a little bit. Yeah.
Talk about the things that happened this week to you.
How about music here in this venue?
There is music always, of course.
But it's playing, like, not a DJ here.
No, because there's really not space. It's a way smaller bar than Eagle. The difference, when people ask me what is the biggest difference, in Eagle people come for drinks, music and fun. And here people come for fun and then drinks and then a little bit of music. It's just a different order. It has all the elements, it's just different order and different priorities. The vibe here is more sleazy, and it's a legendary bar because it's open every day of the year, all the holidays, and works until 3, which is very, very late for the rest of the bars.
Wow.
If you're in Amsterdam and you want fun on a Tuesday, we're here.
And this is?
This is the wet area, that's why we have tiles, so it's easy to clean and the water can go off. Here is the shower area.
If you want to have a bus.
If the toilet is very busy and you cannot get on time to pee there, you can come and pee here.
That is very practical.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Or you come here on a request, you know, that can also be.
I see.
This can be used as a sink to wash your hands, but can also be used to wash other parts. Perfect height, huh? And if you can see, there are some extra hooks on the beams. When you have more people, then you also need more slings.
So that's the whole place?
No, that's not. We have one more darkroom.
Oh, I remember. Yes, because I also went here before.
Do you remember your visit?
Yeah, but it was also just for the filming. I couldn't make it because I didn't have the time. And I want to be honest with you guys. When I was here in Amsterdam last time, I was not that interested in this type of clubs. I was more into the saunas, but now...
He fell in love.
I've fallen because there's one place I really, really love, and I think this place infected me with this. Institute Bar in Warsaw, like a really, really fun place. And since then, I like to go to kind of these places, parties much more. And I want to see this special darkroom now.
So much better here than sauna. We have air conditioning. So when I said it's a traditional old Amsterdam house, so this is your Amsterdam experience.
Wow, yes.
It's even worse when you go down. Well, worse. You have to pay more attention when you go down. This is the lobby.
There's no mattress. It's more bare.
Yeah. It's more bare.
Let's see.
It's the wood. The wood is hard.
Yeah. Ooh, what's that?
Yeah, decoration, right? Cute. But also, like, it scares me still when you go back. You're like, there's something there. If you're taller than 180, you will not hit anything. Everything is saved, but you will scratch when you forget. So I think this is cool to show in the video, because if you come here for the working hours, you will never see this in the light. This is completely pitch dark. You cannot see anything. You need to use your hands to find things. And if you use a flashlight, I will kick you out. the point is that there is no flashlight. You're killing the
That's
vibe.
the reason, yeah.
Fully killing the vibe. The people came for not this.
And I mean, like having a phone in the hand with a camera.
It also flashes.
This is like no.
Even if you lose something, there are people who work in a bar. You can ask for help. Yeah.
So guys, no light, no phone. So phones are not allowed also in the dark room, or
you can have your phone in your pocket. We don't put any stickers or anything. But if we see you using the phone as in filming someone else or taking photos, you're gonna get kicked out.
So don't do it. Now we saw all the dark areas, and take care with your head.
Yeah, no, I always look like this.
And don't fall, please. We need you until what time? 5 o'clock?
So maybe I can tell you a bit more, or all of the people who are watching, about first-time goers, because they might have a lot of questions, especially if someone is younger age.
Like me.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my running gag. Sorry.
Don't forget that in all of these places you have someone who is taking care of you. Like we people who work in a bar, we are your hosts, and this is the place where you go, and you go here to have fun. You're not here on your own, you know. This is not a random garage somewhere. This is an actual bar. It's a business, and we are here for you. People have questions about the consent in a dark room, of what if someone touches me, or how to say no. You can come for advice, because we all know how to handle. Some people do cross the personal boundaries, then you also need to report. It's also important for us to know that there is someone who is crossing the boundaries, and we warn, and then in the end we solve the solutions. If you feel uncomfortable, you can always come to the bar, where you sit down, have a drink, the barman is close to you, you can chill down, feel the vibe, and then maybe do something. Most people will not actively approach you behind the bar, maybe for a conversation, but not for anything else.
Okay, and that means also, like when I'm going for the first time, and for me it would be the first time here, for example, I can get in my jog, and then I can sit at the bar, and I can say, this is my first time, how do I know that a guy wants to do the same?
Yeah.
And you would try to figure out to
I think
calm me down.
I will calm you down. I will tell you how it usually works. What most natural will come to is someone will look at you a few times, or maybe more intensively. If you look back, that's fine. If you do this with your head, it's also fine. If you smile back, it's fine. And then maybe a conversation will start. In a dark room, there will be probably no conversation, but then you will have body movement. So after a smile, a look, maybe could be this. You know, there are parts of your body people can touch without making you uncomfortable, and then you can react on that to continue, or you can step away.
That's really interesting, because I heard about this touchings thing, because like I think consent is always important, is always needed, but consent is also adapting to the spaces.
Yeah, consent has different forms.
I mean,
it doesn't have to be a signature, you know.
For example, as someone who goes to the gay saunas most of the time, when I am in the maze area, which is like this, it can happen that someone like tries to pat me like softly. And for me, for my personal boundaries, this is okay, as long as when I say no or give a signal that I don't want it, that it stops.
Also,
you know?
there are different boundaries for different people, so someone will feel differently.
Yeah.
But let's not touch people's asses. So let's touch first, you know, the arm or a shoulder, something which is lighter for the beginning. And then if you feel like there is something, then maybe, of course, you can go then other parts.
And what I wanted to say is there's something I learned, and I forgot about this word, how they called it. But there is something like an asking for consent touch move. Like you can do it in a very slow way, so that the person has the possibility to move away or to stay there.
I mean, if someone didn't exchange with you an eye contact in a dark room for a half an hour, probably they don't want anything. It's not that they didn't see you, like they did. I find it annoying that if you like 3 times or 2 times move away from the person and someone will still comes after you. Never be aggressive, because aggression is never a solution, but sometimes you really need to push person away. And then the last part is actually saying out loud, please do not come back to me again. Sometimes it has to happen multiple times, no.
Yeah. That's a very interesting topic, and I definitely want to do more stuff about this, also like a dedicated video to it.
I have to say, it sounds that this happens regularly, but it's actually not.
You mean that boundaries are not...
No, the boundaries are actually not crossed. Like very rare occasions we need to intervene or explain. Mostly it's sorted. Some people will say they have unpleasant experience with someone, but it's like once per month. It sounds like a big topic because people need to be educated about it, but it's not an issue.
And this is why this content is educational content, guys. So if you want to learn more, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Yeah, leave a like, a comment. Would you also take a tour here with Jan?
Come with me. I'm working every weekend in the evening. You know the location.
So this is an offer. So I will try it definitely. Maybe even tonight for the party. Thank you for showing me around.
You're welcome.
Here and the other place. And that was a great start for me, Amsterdam. See also the other videos. And yeah, thank you for having me.
Bye.
See you next time.